No, not San Diego, San Marcos. Now let's get into some trouble. I've spent over 2 decades scouring the planet for adventure, the craziest extreme sports, and amazing cultures. Now I'm taking my love for travel and excitement and pairing it with all things brewed, and I'm taking you with me. So grab a tasty beverage and strap in. This ride's about to get wild. My name is Jeff Coxen. Welcome to the Brotherhood of Brew.
Right now, we're taking control. Tired of waiting for something new. Right now, we're taking control. Tired of waiting for something new.
All right, so this is the mad scientist room,
This is it. This is my office.
This is awesome.
We have a 10-barrel brew system here. We just use 2 vessels, actually. Most brew houses are 3 to 5 vessels.
Right.
We just use our mash lauter tun and our boil kettle. And we use our boil kettle as our hot liquor tank as well.
Okay,
So use this as a tank.
that's awesome, man. I like this setup. It's cool.
Yeah, a little bit of a Frankenstein system. This is actually used to be a brew kettle, as you can see here.
Yeah.
But we converted it to a mash tun, so we put in the false bottom there, and it works.
That's killer.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's cool. I love it when things are repurposed for brewing.
Yeah.
We've been
Yeah.
seeing a lot of that. That's
great.
Kind of gives it that little personality.
Yeah, it's good. It's a cool old copper tank too. I wish I tried to shine it up, but it
No
shows
way,
its
keep the
wear on
patina,
there,
man.
yeah.
The patina is what makes it, gives it that personality and that character. I dig it, man. It's cool. It's all rat rod.
Yeah, we like it.
That's awesome.
We've got 5 10-barrel fermenters here. We got our red ale bubbling away there, and this is our
Yeah.
brand new 20-barrel tank. Just emptied it yesterday, so
Big
I can
boy.
fill that up on Monday.
Nice.
Our lager is selling so well that we had to get a bigger tank to keep up with the demand.
How long does it take you to usually, from start to end, to create your lager?
So we have to double batch this, and since
Yeah.
I'm only one man brew team, I do 2 days in a row brew day, and it's in there for about 6 weeks, 6.5 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, I know lagers take quite a bit longer.
Yeah, it's tough to brew and have to wait that long to drink
And
it.
they go quick
yeah.
too.
So I could brew into a tank 3 times while that one's just
Yeah.
full of one beer.
Yeah, it's worth it though, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
it's good.
That's why you don't see them on the menu as much.
Yeah,
They don't yield as
absolutely.
much profit for a lot of places, but
Yeah.
I think it's worth it. And I know a lot of, it's hard to find a bad lager these days,
Yeah.
with everything going on, but it's also hard to find a micro-brewed lager. You can find domestic stuff anywhere, but getting the
Yeah, they're definitely coming back now. The more
Yeah.
craft breweries have the capacity to do it.
Well, IPAs are endless. You can do whatever you want with them. It's like, it's what do you call it? It's the the vanilla ice cream of beer. However, you can put any topping you want on it. It's going to be awesome if you do it right,
Yep.
and which is killer. You can't necessarily do that with a lager.
yeah, they say it's the hardest beer to brew.
Right.
There's nothing to hide behind. There's no malt
No.
character that covers up any off flavors, no hops. So
Right.
it makes me feel good that I can make a clean lager. There's a lot of
awesome, man.
possibilities after that.
You guys have it on tap right now?
Yes, we do.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a
we
batch I
gotta
just
try
made
that.
yesterday.
So you said red is here, and what's this one here?
Ruffian Red Ale. This is the Hazy Daisy IPA. I actually just brewed that today.
Nice.
That is the first recipe I came up with as head brewer.
Really?
So it's a little place in my heart.
Right? How long have you been head brewer?
Since April, so about
Okay. And how long in the game?
3.5 years.
Okay, so this is like the golden question of everything. Is what made you want to do this? Besides that, beer's awesome.
Yeah, it was actually happened before I found beer awesome, really. I
Really?
did a little homebrew kit in high school with one of my best friends. His uncle bought it for him for Christmas, and I thought the process was awesome. It was cool.
Similar to me.
It's kind of like baking a cake, really. You got to follow the
Yeah.
instructions and the temperatures and the times. And it's great. I've always liked building things and making stuff, and what better way to make something than get to drink it at the end.
I know, right?
So it's great. And so once I came down to San Diego, I discovered craft beer and where I was, because I had no idea what it was like here. And so I got lucky enough to get this job right after I turned 21.
Should we try some of this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah?
Got some
All right.
glass over here.
Heck yeah. All right.
So I just brewed this today, so it's has no alcohol in it. It's going to be a little sweet and sugary,
Okay.
but since it's a hazy IPA, there's going to be a lot of hops here left in suspension,
Okay.
so it's going to be a little bitter. So it's odd smelling a beer at this stage because it has that
different.
weird sweetness to the nose, and of course no carbonation yet.
Reminds me of like a, like I don't know if you've ever been to like a sugar refinery, but this is before it goes into a solid form, they'll make this.
Yeah, the unrefined version of it.
Yep.
It really looks not too different than the end product because it is a hazy IPA. I can pull out a beer of any other of the tanks and they're supposed to be clear, but this one kind of finishes this way.
So how long does it stay in here before it's ready to go out front?
So it'll be in the fermentation will take about 7-8 days. Then I'll dump yeast out the bottom and then I'll dry hop it.
Okay.
So I'll add pellet hops into the top and then I'll bubble CO2 to the bottom of the tank to mix it up for about 3 days. Then I'll transfer it over to the bright tank.
So I imagine what Citra and what else you put in here?
Citra and Mosaic.
Okay. Perfect combination, man.
Yeah, it's great.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. So now I can show you how we measure the amount of sugars in the solution here. So we'll find out how much alcohol is in it at the end
Awesome.
of the process.
Let's do it. It's so interesting.
All right, so we're going to take the wort and put it in our graduated cylinder here. So this is really no different than the way homebrewers do it, which most homebrewers think is pretty neat. We just take our hydrometer here. And gives us the reading here. We measure it in Plato. There's specific gravity and Plato.
Okay.
And so this one's 15.5 Plato, which is the target we want. So we'll end up to be about 6.5%.
Okay.
So this is how I measure it every single day, and the number will go down because there's less sugars in there because it's turned into alcohol.
Yeah.
So a lot of people may have more scientific ways, more accurate measurements, but I'm one man doing it, and I like the art form. Of brewing, really. It's an art and a science. It's good to know the science, but for me to do everything, it's an art. I could tell the bubbles what's going on and all that sort of thing.
That's badass, man. You're keeping it old school, dude. I like that.
That's great.
Got to dig that. Yeah, so you're going to have a rat rod tank and old school this way. You guys are going in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely.
Goes with the name.
Yeah, it sure does.
Cool, let's go try some more beers.
All right, let's do it.
The alcoholic kind.
Yeah, the one with alcohol.
Yeah, right?
Important.
The wife says I can't hear. I think it's selective hearing, but Cheers.
Yes, cheers. Thank you. Oh, it smells delicious. All right, so preach to me on this.
Well, just fairly low-level imperial stout, about 9%.
Yeah.
Try to not make it too bitter. Too as much coffee or chocolate as we can while getting it over the edge. Make it drinkable. One thing, it gets better with time.
Yeah.
The first month, 6 weeks, it's not quite as good, but boy, 6 months later, it's.
So it's gonna be a match made in heaven in that for what are you guys thinking, about a year?
Well, I think with the barrels, we don't know, but we're going to find out. We
got two,
we talk to people, so it could be 10, 12, 14 months, who knows. So,
yeah.
But we'll thief sample it and, give it a try. So
kind of
that's
see
part
where
of the
it's
fun.
going from. That is, really, it's like watching a baby grow, I guess they say, or your child grow. Yeah, you get it. I mean, it smells great. What do you guys have in this?
Well, fairly standard, imperial stout, just, more grain, but we've got the 15-barrel mash tun, so we can do the higher gravity beers now and stuff, and that kind of helps. So just load it up. You start with the roasted, and then you get in the chocolate and some of the black, and just don't overdo it. I think that's what we're trying to do. So
yeah, because you can get that bitterness out of it. To be super, super strong. Yeah, that's great. I mean, high drinkability at 9%, right?
Yeah.
That's super high.
On those cold, rainy San Diego nights,
like right now.
Yeah,
right. No, it's ridiculous.
Not very often, but sit up in a chair and get a cigar.
So I know you guys have been here, and it sounds like, talking with Hayden, is that you guys were stretched out for a little bit, running tubes all the way through areas, and now you guys are kind of right here, all in one area. How long have you really actually been in this location?
Well, we've been here 5 years. Our 5th anniversary is coming up in March, so
congrats.
We're getting pretty excited about that. But, but the nice thing with our new brew house next door is Hayden doesn't have to work kind of around the tasting room. So we did. We used to have hoses and hot water and everything else had to be done by 3:30. So, but now he can work independently next door, and much more efficient for him and for everybody. So.
Recently, they've had the tragedy of the Butte fire, and there's a lot of breweries coming together for this resilience that Sierra has done. Can you tell me a little bit about how you guys got involved with that?
Well, we got the note from Sierra Nevada, and it just seemed like real good opportunity for us to help out.
The devastating campfire in 2018 burned over 150,000 acres, wiped out the entire city of Paradise, California, and sadly took the lives of 85 people. Right.
One of the kids that worked with us when we first started, he was our brewer. His brother works for CAL FIRE.
Oh, wow.
So we just thought it was really good thing to try to help Mark out and in the whole situation. So I understand the word's out too that Sierra Nevada maybe is going to do another one this summer. It's a fundraiser for CAL FIRE too, which would be pretty cool. So.
Is it also going to be an IPA?
Yeah, I'm not sure what it's going to be, and I'm not sure the word's out for sure, but it's our industry, and whatever we can do to try to join in and help out.
Yeah, I mean, it's, that being said about a lot of breweries, that's really unique in an industry that comes together like that to help people. And obviously Sierra, that's their backyard. Yeah. And to see, I've been seeing them all the way from Bend, Seattle, Fremont's doing one with them. You've got I think 10 Barrel did one as well. You've got the Bay Area, and then to see it come all the way down here. That's 1,000 miles almost. That's insane to see all these breweries get together for this common cause, which is devastating. The town is gone. But to have it come together, and so far they're all pretty damn good beers too. And having seen 100% of it go to these people that definitely need it.
Well, it's a different industry. It's very competitive. We're competing for the same pint.
Right.
But everyone kind of works together,
yeah,
even independent of that. And then this kind of pull things together a little bit more. So.
Dos Desperados has an amazing roundup of brews, and what better way to try a few than with a good friend Yost Hall of Rhino Adventure Gear, which just happens to be right behind the brewery. All right, dude.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right,
so this is the Hazy Daisy, man.
That's awesome.
Killer Hazy IPA. All right. Let's try this one first, man.
Yeah.
I've been stoked about it. Cheers, dude.
Cheers.
Thanks for inviting me up,
Yeah,
dude.
absolutely. Thanks for coming down.
There isn't much better way to kick off a little off-road adventure than a bunch of beer.
No, absolutely not.
Or end it.
Or in between.
One of the two.
Right?
Or I guess is where we decide if it was a really bad idea or not.
We'll figure that out.
So you've been parked behind these guys for a while now, huh?
Yeah, it's been awesome. So we opened up our second location here down in San Marcos, and it was awesome, right? Kitty Corner, these guys are right here. It's been super fun because they're right in our backyard. They help us unload the trailers, come in here. I've got
awesome.
Customers that come in here while we're doing installs.
Dude, how awesome is that? Come in.
It's awesome, right?
Come buy a tent for me and then go have a beer while I put it on.
So folks come in.
That's like the best marketing you could possibly get, right? Tents, off-road equipment, and beer.
Well, folks are like, is there a movie theater? There actually is. And I'm like, yeah, there's a movie theater. You can do that. Some restaurants. But there's the brewery 9 times out of 10. They come in here.
You just need to get like little business card voucher things set up. So when they buy something, you just like, here's a free beer. I'm going to go over there.
Exactly.
So tomorrow we're going to head to Mojave.
Yeah.
Which is going to be an adventure because it's storming. It's not really storming, but it's raining.
It did earlier. It was
nasty. We came down last night. We headed into LA area, and it rained probably almost the whole way.
Yeah.
Except for the Grapevine. It didn't rain over the Grapevine, which I thought was weird.
Yeah.
Temperature drop, but.
Yeah.
And then we woke up to rain this morning, and it hasn't stopped until about a half hour ago. So I imagine there's going to be a lot of flood. I think we're supposed to cross 3 riverbeds tomorrow. That's probably not going to happen in an 8,000-pound truck.
Yeah.
There's no crossing. It's just we're going to sink into a riverbed. your Toyotas might do a little bit better than ours, but so we've got a couple options on that one, and I'm sure we're going to run into some pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah. I think we play a lot of that by ear, right? It's going to be.
There's no other way.
We've got the entire state, right, to choose from, right? So Mojave, I think, is a great place to start. We've got Death Valley, which frankly Chris is really well versed in. We've mapped out,
which is great because I've only been up in a motorcycle.
Yeah, so
with a group.
We actually just came back from a trip over Thanksgiving, which was super fun. But we've mapped out a pretty slick route that's going to give us a lot of different options.
Okay.
Potentially, kind of hit some of the key more well-known places, but then also get us some potential for some offshoots. And that'll probably spit us out somewhere on the 395.
Okay.
Right, and then from there, I think we can collectively decide, when Peter gets here too, where we want to go. I think.
Yeah, he's about. Oh, he just landed already.
Yeah, he's a little delayed.
Okay.
But I think, we can get up into Mono Lake, that area, right?
Yeah.
Depends on where the snowfall is. It sounds like you've got a guy that's going to be able to tell us
Mammoth
a little
area.
bit. Yeah,
Mammoth.
Mammoth.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the weather it depends on who you ask. It's bad or it's awesome, right?
Yeah.
So it could be a lot of fun. I mean, we've got the right rigs, right? I mean, we got some full-size rigs, which are, incredible. It's not often that the 200 series or an 80 series is the smallest truck.
Right? By quite a bit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We got some big gals on this trip.
Yeah, we got some big trucks, which is probably good for what we're going to be doing and the conditions that we're in, right? Everybody's well equipped.
Get us out of a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I think every rig's got. Well, I don't know about Christians, but I think most of the rigs have got winches.
We all do.
Yeah, everybody's got a winch, so we've got all our recovery gear. We've got some incredible camp equipment, right? We've got the Camp Kings on some of our units.
We're glamping like hell.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be awesome, right? So it's going to be a great trip to really showcase some of the products.
I think so too.
That we're using and
some serious tests.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, man. So I want to try this lager. So I was in the back with Hayden, and we were going over the kind of like the process of lagers, because they take a lot longer to make than like an IPA. I mean, over a month longer, which is pretty crazy. So you don't find a lot of microbreweries that are making lagers because the yield of profit isn't as high, which is great for the brewer. Well, it's not great for the brewer because they're not making as much money, but it's great for us because then when they make it, then it's serious shit.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's fantastic.
Wow. Dude, that's badass. That's really good. It smells good. It's got a really nice finish. It's super, super light.
Yeah, these guys don't mess around, man.
They don't. It's funny because you're in a really similar business, and you wouldn't think of it. You're in a similar business as these guys. This is a want.
Yeah.
And it depends on need, it's an issue.
Yeah. you hope it's not a need, but...
Right. So, with that being said, I mean, there's passion in it. And just like I was telling Hayden in the back, you don't ever work a day when you're passionate about something that you do. When you love to do what you do for a living,
Jeff,
you're not working.
You're so spot on, and it's so cliche, right? You never work a day in your life if you do what you love. It's true, that statement pisses you off when you're doing something you don't like.
Yeah.
But when you're doing something you actually do like, you're like, that totally makes sense, right?
Yeah, a 16-hour day goes like this, and you're like, damn, I wish I had more time today to keep doing this.
Absolutely, right? And so, I mean, this has been an amazing journey, and I've got a lot of people to kind of thank along the way. My wife, number one, Grace, has just been amazing. She kind of said, hey, follow your dreams, right? I did that. My friends that are here, all these folks, that get you going. But I mean, it's so awesome, and it's so empowering in some sense too, right? I mean, that's what you can do in a country like ours, right? You want to start a small business, do it, right? As long as you execute, you got to execute on a plan. But if you execute.
Keep your eye on your goals, man.
Yeah, just execute, right?
Every time you reach that goal, make a new one.
And we've got a long way to go, but it's been a lot of fun.
Well, on the realms of adventure, we did 2 light beers.
Yeah.
Now we got a dark one, so this is an oatmeal stout. I just smelled the cinnamon that was in it. Now I smell it in here. This is awesome. So let's cheers on this one to adventure.
Cheers. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Tastes like Christmas, dude.
Ooh, yeah.
That is really good.
Yeah.
Well, we've got what's probably going to be a long night because we want to get out. I still got to get back to my truck and put a couple things on it. Yeah. But still, I got to kick your ass at some shuffleboard real quick.
All right, let's do it.
this whole thing open. Use those 2 holes like that.
Well, you run we can drill a hole on wherever.
Okay,
So like, in theory,
Just hanging out, laying down on the job.
slacker.
You want to test these running boards out? No. You want to open the door and see if it works?
Yeah, yeah.
Look at that.
We axed. We're not going to do this over here. It's just we couldn't find a spot to mount for it right now. I don't feel like going and getting sheet metal at Home Depot or something to fix it. We really don't need it. I have another extension that we're just going to get by on it, and then we'll fix it later. It's not like a super important thing right now. I don't think it's a bit of a time waster, but we mounted max tracks up on top, or my recovery tracks. We've got the shovel back on. Everything else is buttoned up. So right now I'm downloading maps, my Onyx maps, so we know where the hell we're gonna go, because we're gonna be out of cell range, even though these pulse cell service and GPS, you're just gonna be areas where we don't know anything. So I'm covering our ass and downloading these maps, so when we're out there I can pull it up and still be able to see where we go, because I'm expecting washouts. So we should, we're gonna need alternate routes probably several times today and tomorrow with this weather, but it's nice out today and a beautiful day. So, and it's supposed to be like this for the most of the day. I think it's only like 30% chance of precipitation in one area, but Mojave is setting 0, which is great for us today, but it's probably gonna be sloppy. But other than that, download the maps, throw the rest of our gear in. We've got all the camera bags set up and ready to rock and roll, and we probably leave here in about 15 minutes. Drill it out. Yeah, do you have a drill?
Yeah.
Okay. I say if not, I brought stuff for. So we actually just stopped to do a. I probably don't need these anymore. We just stopped to get some footage of this killer sunset, and we just noticed that Peter's his little mount here for his external reservoir just popped off. So luckily his shocks are good. We thought a shock came off, but. So we're gonna have to go out here, we drill out that spot there, might have to do a new rib nut, and then we'll remount it. But a little crazy way to start. We're really not even off-road. So we haven't even we're in the Mojave, but we're not where we need to be. We're a couple hours behind, but which is the cool whole part of it. So we're gonna do this leg in the dark, which will be badass. Luckily, we've got a lot of lights. But so we'll go ahead and drill this out and probably have to retap it. And fun times.
Oh, sorry, it did. Yeah, I got you. Let me just. I'd keep drawing. How big are your nutserts? How big are your nutserts? I got 3 big ones. Just one. Almost time.
Unfortunately, go.
So, what are you monkeys doing? So now we're airing down. We've got the shock mount fixed, and so I'm gonna air down because it's gonna get bumpy up here. We're gonna go and get some rocks and have some fun underneath the stars tonight. Woohoo! All right, so we are making insane time. we've gone we're on the old Mojave Road, also Cedar Canyon is what it's known by. So we obviously got way late start. I mean, we should be at the dunes by now, but we had stuff to do this morning, and obviously you're gonna have issues. Peter's truck blew the bracket on his driver's side rear shock. Got that fixed, dialed in. Everything's been good. The roads are epic. We hit storms, raining all the way from the Bay Area down to San Diego yesterday. There surprisingly hasn't been any rain today. It's been bluebird skies. I mean, the skies are absolutely gorgeous right now. It's still a little early to see the Milky Way, but we couldn't ask for better. I don't think it's rained. It hasn't stormed up here. You can see a little moisture pockets here and there, but we are making crazy good time right now. So we stopped here. I had to adjust some lights. I had them all going in and not up, so I had to raise a couple up and bring a couple out, and because we just reinstalled the rack with the Rhino rack backbone system on it, and I had all my lights off and haven't dialed them in yet. So those are set. Team's all ready. We're gonna go over game plan on where we want to go next and where we want to set up camp. So we're gonna do that now and rock and roll. Dude, jerky sounds really good right now. Let's grab some. I want some pepperoni. Yes, pepperonis. That sounds good. All right, what do we know? All right, so we're gonna have Delta team here and Bravo team here. We got the infidels coming up through this way. We're gonna go ahead and do both sides. Be careful for friendly fire. This takes us to Razor Dunes right there. So, and then Razor is right off the 15. We bump on the 15, and then just, not very far, there's Baker. It's like from here to Baker, I think it's 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes.
So you want to do that tonight, or you want to?
It's up to you guys if you want to do
Razor that's what you want to do, right?
Yeah, that's Razor Dunes.
Yeah.
I mean, is that after Soda Lake?
It's on the other side.
On the other side.
It's only 7:15, so I mean, it's up to you guys.
Yeah.
If we make it that far, we get to sleep more. I mean, it's a give and take because we don't have to wake up early. We just have to. We're supposed to be in Vegas by like 9:30.
Oh, okay.
In the morning.
So yeah, we probably should.
And it's going to take us about 2 hours and 15 minutes to get to Vegas.
From Baker.
From the camp.
From camp.
Mm-hmm. We don't have to go to the dunes because we're gonna be at dunes tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we'll be at the Nellis dunes.
Oh,
Where
okay.
was the? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm down with that.
Let me sit down.
It was a short night greeted by heavy wind gusts, rain, and massive temperature drops. But I have a surprise for the boys today. Viva Las Vegas.
Go right in here.
All right, cool.
Very good.
I've been to Vegas so many times that I no longer care about the lights and gambling. It's about what's around the strip that's the most fun. Today I'm taking the guys to Las Vegas, a lead-off road to blow off some steam and have a little fun. How many cc's are the 4?
The 4s are the 900 cc.
They are?
So
These
all
are 8s?
9s. These are all 9s. Yeah.
9s also?
Yeah.
Nice.
All 900s. So yeah, we try to push out as much horsepower as we can out there.
Heck yeah.
Try to get them sideways.
That's the name of the game there.
Exactly. So.
No replacement for displacement?
Exactly.
Jeff McMeans knows his shit when it comes to side-by-sides and off-road. Like us, he's very passionate about his company and what he does. We head north to Nellis Air Force Base where our chariots await.
Right here, here's the hero shot right here.
Kyle, plus all the gear.
They're in one, yeah.
Coming up and over the dunes and seeing Vegas, this weather, and I mean, obviously you always think of sunny days and it being hot as balls in Vegas, but this wasn't planned 4 days ago. I mean, I just made a post on social media to kind of give the guys a little bit of a surprise, and I think they're digging it. Looks like they're having fun. I'm digging it. And we'll, after this, we're gonna head up to Death Valley, do some more camping and some more off-roading, man. We're gonna haul ass like this. I mean, we'll tell that to Christian.
Well, I got to thank you for taking us out. That was incredible, man. You know, we just traveled up from San Diego, and then last night we camped out in Mojave, and then came up here. I had no clue. You know, when we first talked to you guys, you know, we're like, oh, cool. You know, if you got people who like to jump or anything like that, she's like, no jumping, and you got to stay behind. And I was just like, okay, I think it's one of these tour things, and which it is. But you guys, dude, you deck it out. I mean, you guys make sure like people are having fun, and the whole crew just won't shut up. This is awesome, like the peak of the trip.
Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. The one thing that's really big for us is to make sure that everybody has like the best time out here.
Well, you're selling fun.
Exactly, and you know what? We want to give you quality, and that's what Las Vegas Elite Off-Road is about. You know, one thing is that you're going to get here with us versus everybody else is you're going through rock crawls, sand dunes, rock washes, just everything that desert has to offer. We've already scouted it out for you, so we want to go balls to the wall and make sure you have a great time too.
Yeah, and you did, man. That was good. Seeing every piece of terrain, that was cool. Coming up on the top of those dunes and you see like, you know, the whole Vegas skyline out there. That was badass. No, it's exciting, man. I mean, you guys have a lot of cool stuff built around you. I mean, you've been doing this 8 years, you said?
I've been doing guiding for about 12, but yeah, this business has been going for 8 years. Yeah.
Man, that's great. I love seeing small businesses grow, and I mean, you guys are about to the point now where you're going to need your own damn warehouse.
Yeah, we're getting there. I mean, we've got a total of 41 cars in our fleet. So, I mean, we're cram packing it in a 10,000 square foot building.
This is a good spot. I mean, you can hear the cars racing behind us, which is badass. I mean, there's 4 racetracks here, right?
Yeah, there's a total of 4 racetracks, and there is also a sport truck track that's out here as
really?
well. Yeah, it's pretty cool when those races come through. I mean, we're always out there tailgating it just like everybody else, but having a great time too.
Cool, man. Well, dude.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate it,
badass, man. And
I'm glad you guys had a good
come back here. I'm bringing the family out.
Anytime, man. We're always here.
We're gonna be dirt on the way out tomorrow, right? So,
how far is that?
I mean, this is gonna be a ways. Like, I would fill up because the next gas is Panamint Springs, and that's pricey. That's $5 a gallon. Oh, for sure, right? So, we're talking about getting gas 70 miles away from here, filling everybody up.
You'll have to get gas before then too.
Yeah,
okay, you know, top off out there.
Yeah, I would top off out there, so everybody's topped off. Yeah. And then we won't have to worry for gas for a while.
The rain finally dissipates as we head into Death Valley. We have come to the realization that we're just going to arrive in a camp at dark. Here on out. So be it. Our first stop, an old abandoned mining camp that is straight out of Chernobyl.
Are you guys? Yeah, no, it's wide open here. This is basically where we would camp. Where we would or are?
What? That looks nice. This one's bad. Dude, this looks like a over our place. Oh, this is big. Yeah, Jesus.
I think people stay in this one.
Yeah.
What's that?
So there's 3 more cabins on this map.
I guess it's below.
Yeah. I mean, it's
not like roasting.
But
yeah.
No.
Medical emergency.
Yeah. This is kind of a spot. So what they probably do is dig that out, because I'm sure that was probably put there, but if there wasn't that much there.
Warm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 80 degrees in here.
Did nobody believe me?
I'm sweating balls in here.
Yeah.
There was some doubt.
Yep.
All right, we'll close the gate, guys.
I mean, that was fun. Nobody died. It actually feels refreshing.
You guys want to see the creepiest thing ever, though?
The lady's face?
The last person here was the madam of the house.
Look at that shit.
Like the ram.
That's legal.
Who's she gonna be visiting tonight?
What's her name?
Don't know her name. Don't know her name.
This is what about 3 hours of sleep looks like. We're getting rocked over here. We're up higher than everybody. Dude, it's been relentless all night long. Probably 60, 70 mile an hour gusts every once in a while. No. But, I mean, it wasn't that bad. I had decent sleep, but I had carpal tunnel real bad from driving those things last night. My arms kept falling asleep all night long and waking me up. So I was like up doing stretches and trying to get to sleep. And then right when I get to sleep, so it's gonna be a wonderful day. Just need some coffee and fix my truck.
This barren land is magnificent. It's truly awe-inspiring. Today we take on some of what it has to offer for overlanding.
The bushes are a little tall.
Damn, boy. Death Valley. Over 3,000 square miles of some of the most formidable terrain you'll find in North America, with temps ranging as low as 15 degrees to the world record of 134 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, shit.
Christian, you're going to want probably, fuck, we're so wide.
Christian, you got that's speed built up.
He should clear. He'll clear with that as tall as it is and this, he should be able to do that.
You're pretty good right now.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hold on. Back up. Good. Way clear by 5 inches.
Go back.
Yeah, stay left. Driver. Here you go. Go. You're good.
I know it's gotta go back.
You're clear, man.
What's our plan, game plan on this one? I mean, us big gals are obviously gonna have a different route than you guys, but.
No, yeah, a little bit. I mean, basically what we're looking for is don't straddle any rocks.
Right.
And then you guys, if we
stay to the right of that.
Yeah, you want to hug, you're making a left, so kind of hug the right side.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get up that, and then just wide left to get off that turn, but it looks pretty good.
Okay.
For the most part. We'll just watch you kind of at the crux right there, and then once we make that right, I think we're home free.
Okay.
It's gonna be rad, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and it's funny, the clouds are like threatening, but nothing
bad.
Yeah.
Perfect. You're clear on your right side. Perfect, man. Right line. Perfect. Okay, you're good. Come forward and you're good. You're clear. Woo-hoo-hoo. You're hitting this on this side. Okay, good. You got about a foot on your passenger. You're clear.
Yeah. Woo, clean.
Peter, you want to get him at the start there? You're good on your passenger side. Little to your left. You're good, trailer's clear. Okay, slope, there you go, perfect. Oop, there you go, little that way. Looking good, looking good. Perfect, man, perfect, you're good. As toolish as these things look, like I've in Fear and Loathing, helps a lot. It makes everything so much brighter. Just make sure to watch that pumpkin. I think he's gonna be fine clearance-wise. This is the only one I'm worried about.
This guy?
That one there, that's the only one.
The gods are saying it's ram time.
It's ram time. It's ram.
All right, let's do it. You're good. Your locker's on? Okay. You're good. Just perfect. Send it. This is that part where you wish you would have got a level. You'll be fine.
Passenger more? Right there, good. Okay, little step up, coming up. That's the top. Okay. Touch driver. There you go, right there. Okay, cool. Back to straight. Good. You're good. Just a little rock there. You're on the top of it. Good. Okay. Okay. Good. Crank it passenger now. That, just like that. A little more passenger. Hold up. Yeah, so full passenger. There you go. Yeah. Okay, hold up right there. Keep coming. You want to get your tire? Yeah, cool. Come to me. It'll lift you up a little bit.
What fender liner?
It'll work itself out.
There you go. Still got a 1.5 feet to the wall. Yeah, go. Okay. Get a little power to get up this guy. Yeah, flexing that fucker. There you go.
Yeah, baby.
You're all good. Just power out.
Great. All right, go up there and take a shot and rub one out, buddy. Yeah, it just.
The monster. This truck sounds so much meaner. It's just like, raw. Woohoo. Yeah. There you go. Right in place. Let me watch you. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Good times today, man. 30 miles of trail. Using all the potential of our trucks. That's what it's about.
Yeah, we made it up though.
Man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah.
Man, that's dope, dude.
Yeah. I was like, you walked it through everybody. You're just like, yeah.
That's good, dude. Yeah, thanks, man. That was fun. Yeah. I'm surprised how easy yours is, dude. Fucking right up. No good.
Yeah, so, no, I mean, I think we're all well within the capacity of this trail. This trail is really just, there's a little bit about the clearance, and there's nothing super narrow. I mean, biggest worry is like something tight and ledgy, to me, would be tight and ledgy, or very narrow and twisty with rocks, because we've got a trailer, leading a trailer through, and we're leading 2 full-size trucks through, so this might be, but you might want to take the right line here. It looks to be less difficult, but let me get through this now. I'll find out.
I'll sit tight.
Just put this ball on.
Okay.
There you go, that looks good, Chris.
Yeah, that was no worries. A little funner. The other line is smoother, but that was not bad at all.
Coming in right behind you here.
I'll watch you. But it's pretty straight, so you should be fine. It's just pretty much sharp left, and this rock's not that big though.
All right, I'll just follow you. When you carry on, I'll come your way.
Here comes the free fall. Sometimes they look super steep from far away, and then you're like, oh, there's nothing to it. And this seems to be that. All right, Christian. All right, Daniel. What's this doesn't? Is this the trail?
Let me know when I'm clear, Chris.
You on the other side.
I don't know.
Is this the cliff?
I do not
I can't
know.
see.
All right.
Let's find out.
Yeah, you can't see anything when you start going down, but it's fine to go down, straight down.
Okay. Cool. Just let me know when you're clear so I can head up.
It's like a trust fall for trucks. Yeah. You literally can't see the trail at all. Yeah, you're clear. I guess. Let me spot you at the top just so you get started. Passenger. Here you go. Straighten it. You're good right there. Perfect. Coming right here. You're good right there. Keep going. You're gonna lift on your passenger. Lift up right there. You're good right where you're at. Oh, sorry. You're good right where you're at right now. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna step down on your passenger there. You're good. There you go. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. This is Manson's hideout, right?
Yeah, so Barker Ranch, I think they tore it down a few years ago, but yeah, this was his final hideout, this is kind of the ruins, the foundation of the house.
Did they just tear it down for like safety reasons, or?
Yeah, people used to camp here. It was a pretty big place, as you can see.
Yeah.
So I think people used to camp here and probably got out of hand, so they tore it down. But yeah, there's old pictures, 5-10 years ago. But it's pretty cool though.
It's crazy to think a bunch of feds rolled up in here.
Yeah, I know.
To get
and it's a
Manson.
Pretty solid hideout too, if you think.
I mean, you're gonna know when people are coming and going.
Yeah. You could hear them coming, right? And then I think there is a quick way out too, out the back.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty rad. It is one of these little corners that he was hiding in.
Oh, he was actually hidden in the house?
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't much of an effort to get out.
Not too big. It might have been there.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Isn't that crazy? Just to think.
Yeah. It's crazy, yeah.
One of the most horrific murderers of all time.
Yeah,
it's cool, all
Last
this
stop
plaster.
on the trip. Yeah.
Oh, and this is what to keep. Oh, so you got it on the other side. Then the chimney.
Oh, yeah.
Would have been piped out.
Yeah. Actually, maybe.
So so he just occupied the ranch then, right? An abandoned ranch.
So. Yeah.
It's nutty.
Yeah.
It's not a bad place to fucking hide out. I mean, it's.
No, I know.
You can.
It's super
beautiful views. Yeah, but flash floods, man. This might have been kind of sketchy.
Yeah. No, but it's crazy. The trees growing and stuff. So there probably was some sort of spring nearby.
Cool couch.
I see a lot of see a lot of piping coming in too, so there probably was.
Oh, here, this is like a bath. Like a tiny bath. You see
Whoa.
the drain?
Yeah.
I wonder if it was just like you could stand up in here as a bath too, or
Yeah,
you stand
or
up,
like
shower,
a little,
and then.
yeah, it might have been a shower. Yeah, huh?
It's so crazy.
It's probably front door. Yeah.
Oh, they call it family getaway. Oh, that's what it used to look like, no doubt.
There it is.
That's cool. Barker Ranch was built by recreational ranchers who moved to the desert.
Quotes.
Yeah, recreational ranchers. Yeah. It's to enjoy the solitude and simplicity of living far from civilization. Blutch and Helen Thomason moved to the area in the late 1930s to try their hand at gold mining. That's crazy. Oh, here it is. Yeah. The ranch became infamous in 1969 when Charles Manson and members of the Manson family were captured at the site. Family members attracted the attention of local law enforcement when they were suspected of burning a piece of road maintenance equipment. Detectives later discovered that the vandalism suspects were also responsible for a series of murders in the Los Angeles area. Barker Ranch became part of Death Valley National Park in 1994. Tragically, the main house and workshop were destroyed in an accidental fire in May 2009. That's too bad because that's a cool looking house, man.
So
that was a big house. I can't get over how amazing this place is. I've been here before, but every time I come back, I find something new to love. I can't help but to think when I'm driving through here what it must have been like 100 years ago, or 200 years ago, or even 1,000 years ago. This place has so much history, it's just prehistoric. It's hard not to stop and just take everything in, but we have a schedule and we've got to keep going. We wake up once again to ridiculous views, little sign of life, but ready for adventure. Today we leave Death Valley and head north for snow. Have Christian winch out? Yeah, take that. Woo! Yeah. Let's use the winch. Yeah.
Christian, you want to pull me backwards?
The bittersweet awakening knowing this is it. A week-long adventure with an amazing group of guys comes to a close. The famous quote, take vacations, go as many places as you can, whenever you can. You can always make money, you can't always make memories. On this trip, we made memories.
And yeah, so
it's clearing that fender too.
Oh yeah. But the crazy thing is that it didn't rub all the way through. Because if not, that shock would have been.
You'll have to get a new one, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I think for longevity's sake, I mean, it clearanced.
That's not going to work, yeah.
Clearance aside, and it probably will prematurely fail.
Yeah, you'll probably have to put it back.
But for this trip, yeah, it's fine.
Well, it worked.
Yeah.
Made it through.
And, you know, have the opportunity to, I don't know how many or how many full miles of off-roading we did, but at least a couple hundred.
So what'd you think?
It was incredible.
What you expected?
Yeah, I mean, it was fantastic. Now, the one thing I did expect, I thought it was going to be a little warmer in Death Valley. So the guy from Steamboat Springs left 4 feet of snow in his front yard and brought tennis shoes. So
yeah,
the go prepared was, I didn't subscribe to that fully. But yeah, it's been great.
It's awesome, man.
I have a feeling that we'll do this again. And
yeah, we're gonna have to plan on something. You know what I was thinking of, and I haven't seen it done before in vehicles that are like ours, is maybe we do we start in like you know, maybe BC, Victoria or something, and go from west to east in Canada.
Time you up.
End up in like Newfoundland or something, and just hit breweries along the way. Do a 2 weeks, I think is about what it takes.
But no, it was good times. So I appreciate meeting everyone and can't wait to do it again. So.
Awesome, man.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate
Had a pleasure.
it. Definitely.
Safe travels.
Always. We'll see you guys soon.
Was impressed with this.
Yeah, it's fun. Thank you. Yeah, definitely.
Safe travels.
Yeah, awesome to meet you guys.
Yeah,
I do appreciate it.
Awesome.
Yeah. You guys travel safe. Oh yeah, no, definitely. Go shoot. You didn't even get to shoot anything. You know?
Next time, really, big guy. Thank you, man.
We'll get some toppers going.
Yeah.
When the night has come and the moon is blue, I take a ride. I don't know. I've been looking for you.